It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
That good for 22 and a first down. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for HN. 17 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down, Atkins. A quick throw there is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll go, HN. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Quick slant to Watson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Short pass to Howard. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. Off play action. Barnes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And this is incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-7 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
A good pickup there, a 22. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And as we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Atkins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Myers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Atkins. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down.
Holding offense.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he's able to get it out of there. Jones on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw. Atkins. It's Myers again with another catch. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Atkins. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Barnes. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. This 2nd and 4. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him. And
he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up, because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game as you take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards by a running back, and he's right there in the mix. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Operating from the gun. Atkins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Barnes. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Off play action. Barnes. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Here's Jones on the return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Operating from the gun. Atkins. This one complete to Patton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Atkins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Atkins. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open, so Rue's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Short pass to Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And the pressure gets to him again. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Short pass to Howard.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running right, here's Achane. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Atkins. Throw caught by Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Atkins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patton. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Throwing to start the drive. Atkins. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Atkins. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Atkins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. The tight end in motion right. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the catch made. It's Patton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Atkins. He'll dump this off to Achane. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Atkins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Atkins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jenkins. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off the play fake. Atkins out. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Atkins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Barnes. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. This will be complete to Mechie. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A big play looming on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option, and now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, add another loss to the